this video is actually now coming out on Friday. It's going to be part 1 of a 2-part series because the program Canva, which I use to make these videos, decided my original video was too big. Thank you so much for bearing with me, and I hope you enjoy the content. Hello, welcome to Thursday. Mom is back.
Good morning, or whatever time it is, wherever you are.
For a lot of people, it's like late at night. It's like 9 in the morning here. But anyway, today we're going to spend some time scrolling on the top British press meltdown hashtag because I thought it was pretty funny. And we'll kind of go from there. Does that sound like a plan?
Let's go.
All right, the top one is from Char16 Fran, and it says, when Harry got papped on the beach in California. I think they were jealous that he was on the beach in California in like the winter and they were stuck in the UK.
And were they jealous he's dressed like a normal person instead of like wearing a suit and tie?
Well, if it was Prince George, he'd be in some like 1850s. I don't know.
True.
Maybe they were more mad about the New Balances and the cargo shorts.
Well, the cargo shorts and a t-shirt and bare feet.
Oh my gosh. I think they were just mad that he was on a beach and they were stuck in rainy, cold ass. And I mean, we live in a rainy place, but I just think they were pissed. All right, the next one is by Vera C. And it was when Meghan wore a classic white dress instead of the Hollywood bedazzled dress. So I don't know if you know this, but they were convinced they had found Meghan Markle's wedding dress, and it was some like $500,000 beaded to the hilt, deep V, sleeved, caped monstrosity. So when she came out in this, they were a little miffed about it.
Well, first, that is like just a gorgeous picture, number one.
It is a gorgeous picture.
But number two, I think they have a misunderstanding of Hollywood as well, because I don't think some super doozied up, bedazzled dress is necessarily Hollywood. So
I think everything they don't like is just labeled either woke or Hollywood woke. Like everything they don't like. It doesn't matter if it fits. But
like they know that like Grace Kelly was Hollywood, right? I mean, and that seems more like the classic clean lines are like more what some people seem to go for these days, but
yeah. I feel like some of these people have never been to California, and it really shows.
Well, yeah. And even that, I think they just have bizarro visions of things like quote-unquote Hollywood.
I think they were overall just miffed that the wedding was happening, so they had to figure out some way to,
Yeah.
She kind of reminded me of when my best friend got married, her dress was a little big because she was so stressed before the wedding, she wasn't eating, and she dropped, another 10 pounds that she couldn't afford to lose right before the wedding. And that was the first thing I thought of when Meghan stepped out in her dress, was that it was a little too big, and then I felt a little sad because that probably means that she was stressed.
Well, I'm sure she was. And I'm also sure that they just wanted to sort of try and say she was going to, Hollywood it up just to make her seem more like an outsider.
Yes. And then she came out in like a timeless dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, when Meghan wrote a children's book. Can't forget about Meghan Markle's book, The Bench, by Malika Helena. Oh yes, they claimed, screeching that it wasn't a bestseller when it was, and then claiming it would turn an entire generation off reading.
Well, it's just silly.
It's just silly.
It's just silly.
An entire generation off reading.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure, haven't other royals written children's? I know other royals have written like books for adults, like stupid Yorkie. Fergie. Why did I say Yorkie?
You said Yorkie because it's the Yorks.
Oh.
They're the Yorks.
Oh, my God. Okay, we're just going to go with Yorkie. Okay, no. Fergie and I think Princess Michael have both written, like, god-awful romances for adults, but someone writes a cute little book for kids, and it's like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Especially after she's left the royal family. Like, there are so many royal family members who, like, grift hardcore while still taking taxpayer money. She doesn't even take taxpayer money.
Yes. Okay, now this you may disagree with.
Uh-oh.
All may disagree with this.
Yeah.
I know they're entitled to it. They haven't lost the titles, but I sort of wish it didn't say Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex.
Oh, because, I'm going to agree with you.
Because, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but if you're going to leave, leave. And, maybe the reason that they are doing this is because that probably really annoys the hell out of the royal family. But, it's not like if it said Meghan Markle, no one would know who it was.
No, that's true.
I don't know. I think that is it's a little bit weird to me.
Mom's being controversial.
I'm sorry. It's a little weird to me that you've left, you've established this, and this was earlier on, but still, you've left, you've established this great, life in the United States, you've done all this great stuff, you have all this charitable stuff going on. I'm not sure why you are using British royal titles.
I think because they're I think they think because the family tried to take so much away from them, including not giving their firstborn, now they have 2 kids, but not giving their children titles, despite that not making any sense.
Although, did they want titles for their kids?
In the Oprah, yeah, when Charles is king,
yeah,
Archie should have been a prince.
And then you're talking more future titles.
No, I know, but I think their perspective. I shouldn't say. I don't know what their perspective is, but I think that they, to a degree, think that the family tried to take everything away from them.
No, I agree, and there may be reasons, and that's what I said. Maybe they're just trying to, they're entitled to these titles, so they want to use them. But it's just, I don't know. It gets back to the whole, we Americans don't really understand royalty so well, and either don't understand or just don't get it. The whole, I don't have a last name, and it's just weird to me.
It is weird.
And I realize that's a product of my upbringing in a country that doesn't have royalty. At least not royalty by title. I don't know. It just, I'm not being critical of them. I just don't understand it, and I don't think I would make the same choice.
I used to think they would give, so there was a whole big, I don't want to say fight, there was a whole big thing for a while about whether or not they were going to give up their titles. And then it was the Queen should strip them of their titles by the UK press. Turns out she can't really do that. Parliament has to, intervene, and apparently it's actually, legally difficult for them to give up. It's not just, they could maybe choose not to use them, but for them to actually, give up the title in their, peerage system isn't easy.
Maybe it should be how, they have different titles in Scotland?
Yeah, hopefully not for much longer.
The Prince of Wales is the Duke of whatever it is.
Yeah.
Maybe in America, in the United States, they should use American names, and then when they are in Britain, they can use their fancy royal titles.
Did you see the Queen got booed in Scotland?
Yeah, I did.
So maybe they won't have their little.
But I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying they use different names, different places, in other contexts. Yeah. So maybe they should adopt a U.S. naming system in the United States.
Oh my gosh.
Bring it on, people. I don't know. I'm sure that's ignorant and wrong.
Mom's back for one day, and she's like, let me say something controversial. I'm into it.
And I'm totally not, again, I'm not, if they want to do it, they can do it. It's just bizarre to me. That's all.
You're Team America.
I'm Team America.
You're Team Meritocracy.
Yes.
Okay, this one's by Ms. Cafe Baby. Okay, I can't read their other one. Oh yes, when Dan Wooten, our favorite royal reporter, was upset because Harry and Meghan were making too much money. The tweet reads, after signing yet another deal with a questionable corporate giant, how much money do Harry and Meghan really need? Because believe me, cold hard cash is all this latest contract with Procter & Gamble is about. I would just like to throw in here that they used that partnership with Procter & Gamble to donate like a ton of stuff to the school they visited in Harlem, including like a washer and dryer and other stuff for like school uniforms.
Well, I would say that we don't need to even have this discussion until they approach the amount of money that the Queen has. Or Prince Charles. Or, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, and they celebrate, Prince William has some like smaller, like some Netflix little thing, or I don't even think it's Netflix. They celebrate when royals get it. It's that they hate it when
they
do.
Because,
Well, because it means they don't have to come back. I really think the goal was we're going to take their security, we're going to make it impossible for them to live outside of our system, and then they're going to have to come back hat in hand. And with every step of them showing more independence, they get angrier.
Yes. Although that was really a miscalculation because, come on. I mean, you could see how popular Harry and Meghan were in the larger world. I mean, maybe you're so myopic you don't see that and you just realize in Britain you've been able to convince people they're, horrible. But they should have been able to realize that they could probably monetize that popularity and, not having money was not going to be one of their...
Although apparently it was. I mean, they said that they...
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe they themselves were unsure how it was all going to go. But, well, it's just... And the whole, they're money grubbers just is another way to other them.
Yeah. Yes, our queen gets her money from you.
Yeah. And she can, seek tax breaks or whatever she's not maybe entitled to or do whatever she wants. But, the Harry and Meghan are really the grifter money grubbers.
Mm. Oh, this is a good one by Booked Busy, Dr. Zanye. When the biggest 4 tabloids got the letter telling them there would be no corroboration. I have a little bit of a speech thing with R's.
You sound like Baba Wawa, which is way too early a reference for you. Oh. It's Barbara Walters as portrayed by Gilda Radner on Saturday Night Live many moons ago.
Oh. Thank you for laughing at my speech difficulty. When the biggest 4 British tabloids got the letter telling them that Harry and Meghan would no longer corroborate with them, they would get 0 engagement. Mm-hmm. They weren't so basically this was Harry and Meghan telling the Royal Rhoda things weren't working out.
Yeah, bummer for them.
Oh, they were taking down free press and globally, Mom.
Well, and why do they care? I mean, if Harry and Meghan are such horrid, let them go, out of sight, out of mind,
Well, and I like that their outrage of this, again, shows that there is corroboration between other royals and tabloids, even though they claim to, that doesn't exist. Right. We all, hate each other.
Clearly,
blah, blah, blah.
There's a game being played because when Harry and Meghan refuse to play the game, they get mad.
Yeah, they get real mad.
Yeah.
I know this is kind of an abrupt cutoff, but this video was meant to be one video, not a 2-parter. So I want to say thank you for watching part 1, and I hope to see you at part 2.